Welcome to the April 20th, 2020 meeting of the Common Council in the City of Richmond, Indiana. Can the clerk call the roll?
Doug Goss.
Here.
Kelly Cruz Nicholson. Here. Bill Engel. Jeff Kappa.
Here.
Jeff Ross.
Here.
Gary Turner.
Here.
Ron Oler.
Here.
James Underlow. Here. And Larry Parker.
Here.
All are present.
All right, thank you. In your packet was the minutes of our last meeting, April 6th, 2020. Any additions or corrections?
Mr. President,
Mr. Parker?
if there are no additions or corrections, I move for approval of the minutes of April the 6th, 2020 as received. Second.
A motion and a second to approve the minutes as received for the last meeting, April 6th, 2020. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No, minutes are approved. Thank you. Communications to the mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will just convey quickly an email that we received from Governor Holcomb's office today as he has revised his current stay-at-home order. Today issued an order that lasts through May 1st and is designed to limit interactions among Hoosiers to increase the containment of COVID-19. I appear to be muted. Sorry, I apologize. Is that better?
Is that better? He was muted on the...
Am I good now?
Is that better?
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. I'll start over. I just want to take a moment to reiterate the governor's revision of his stay-at-home order. Some slight revisions. Most of the stay-at-home order remains intact. Today, though, he did provide some slight revisions and extension of his stay-at-home order to May 1st, designed to limit interactions among Hoosiers to increase containment of COVID-19. As of today in Indiana, there are 11,686 positive tests and 569 deaths from COVID-19 throughout the state of Indiana. And there are now positive tests in 92 of all 92 counties. As part of the action, he's also extended through May 1st the orders that limit in-person public activity at state government offices and put restrictions, continue the restrictions on the operation of restaurants, bars, nightclubs. Slight revisions that were put into place today include some very small revisions in pet grooming and nurseries that are able to do some business now, and putting a little more description into permitted outdoor activities. So if you ever need access to these directives that are coming out of state government, county government, or city government, it is all available at our city website, which is richmondindiana.gov, and there you'll find a tab that says COVID-19 in Richmond. Click on that, you'll find information from the city, county, state, and even from the CDC. You'll find everything you need there. The current city and county directives that have been placed through 2 executive orders remain in place. We've made no revisions to those at this time. However, we'll stay in step with the governor's office, and we'll begin to reevaluate this on May 1st. And if we see a decline in cases, then we'll begin to revise our executive orders and hopefully start trickling back to some bit of normalcy here. That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Any questions for the Mayor? No? Ordinances on first reading.
Mr. President,
Mr. Goss?
I'd like to make the motion that we read ordinance 21, 2020, 22, 23, 26, and 27, 2020 by title only.
Second. Have a motion and a second to suspend the rules and read ordinances 21, 2020, 22, 23, 26, and 27, 2020 by title only. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. Thank you.
Ordinance number 21, 2020. A special ordinance authorizing the approval of the statement of benefits to a property owner applying for deduction into Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1 with an alternative abatement deduction schedule.
Mr. President,
This is a tax abatement request for real estate for new code element 13. I believe Mr. Goss, you have this?
yes. 21, 22, and 23, 2020 are all for the same company. It's a new company called Element 13 LLC. They will be moving here. What they do is basically they're an aluminum foundry. The first Ordinance 21 is for real estate, a 10-year abatement with an estimated value of $6.2 million.
How many jobs will this project have?
Thank you. This will be creating 30 new jobs.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Goss? If not, this will be referred to the Tax Relief Committee.
Ordinance number 22, 2020, a special ordinance authorizing the approval of statement of benefits for a property owner applying for deductions under Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1 with alternative abatement deduction schedule.
And this is the same company for the manufacturing equipment you have, Mr. Goss?
Yes, this is for manufacturing equipment for 10 years. Again, it'll be creating the 30 jobs. It has an estimated value of $13.2 million.
Ordinance 23, 2020, special ordinance authorizing the approval of a statement of benefits for a property owner applying for deductions in Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1 with alternative abatement deduction schedule.
And this is the third ordinance for them?
Yes, this one here is for IT equipment, therefore it's only for 5 years. Again, create 30 jobs with an estimated value of $100,000.
Okay, unless there's objection, this will be referred to Finance or Tax Relief Committee for due diligence.
Ordinance number 24, 2020, an appropriation ordinance amending ordinance number 41-2019, known as the 2020 salary ordinance. That should be on second reading. I'm sorry, I picked up the wrong one. I had them in order. Silly me. An appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grants from various sources due to emergency circumstances.
This is to apply for grants for the current COVID-19 pandemic. AJ Sickman's going to speak to this, but you might want to use the mayor's computer so people on Zoom can hear you.
Okay.
They won't hear you
That's
on the
fine.
podium.
Take this up there.
We're going to go that way.
Thank you, Mr. President. A.J. Sickman, City Attorney. This ordinance is an appropriation ordinance that authorizes the city to apply for, accept, and appropriate grant funds to assist with cash flow expenditures related to COVID-19 response measures. As you're probably aware, the pandemic has caused really a litany of unexpected issues which required new and refocusing existing resources, and of course, that comes with a cost. The federal and state government has recognized these issues, and we're beginning to see grant sources open up, and that includes sources like FEMA and OCRA. And in fact, we learned recently that the city's been invited to submit a full application to an OCRA Community Development Block Grant, which has been earmarked for COVID issues, and that's due on the 22nd of this month. Excuse me, and this particular grant would be in the sum of $250,000. Now, timing is an important factor with these types of grants. As you're probably aware, the SBA Paycheck Protection Program approved around $342 billion in loans to businesses, and that program ran out of funding in a matter of days. And so the types of grants that we're going to be looking at, like that PPP program, are going to probably be on a first-come, first-served basis. So with that in mind, I would request the council consider entertaining this ordinance through 3 readings tonight so that we're in a good position to move swiftly as these opportunities become available to us. And I also want to point out that there would be subsequent confirmatory ordinances coming to council as we apply for and actually accept these grant monies so that you have a full understanding as to what these grants are, how much money there is, and then it would be appropriate at that time. This is just a grant ordinance allowing us to take quick action to take advantage of any opportunities that come. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
And so we'll be applying to federal, state, local, private agencies, philanthropies, included but not limited to FEMA, OCRA, et cetera.
That's correct.
But if we do receive these grants and there's no match required, they will come back to us to be appropriated, so we would appropriate them with appropriate areas.
That's correct.
Okay?
Thank you.
Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. Harris.
We had spoken earlier in the Finance Committee. I am a board member of the Center City Board, and I would like to bring before the council that I abstain on this particular vote since I have voted already with the Center City Board to go ahead and move forward with this application just for transparency reasons.
Sure. We did discuss that, and consistent with our past practice in our code, that would require a vote from council.
Right. Councilor Jeff Kappa is asked to abstain from this vote. In order to abstain from this vote, the council must approve that. Do I have a motion to accept his abstention?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, you may abstain. This ordinance is still on first reading unless we have a motion.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Parker.
I'd like to suspend the rules and advance ordinance 26-2020 to second reading, read by title only.
Second.
Motion and a second to suspend the rules and advance ordinance 26-2020 to second reading by title only. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Ordinance number 26, 2020, an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grants from various sources due to emergency circumstances.
This ordinance is on public comment. Anyone in the audience wishing to speak in favor or against? Let me check the online attendees. There's only one employee who's calling in later for another ordinance, so I have no one online, no one in the audience.
Move for engrossment. Second.
Thank you, Ms. Pappas. So I have a motion and a second to engross. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Ross.
I move that we suspend the rules and advance ordinance 26-2020 to third and final reading, read by title only. Second.
Motion is second to suspend the rules and advance ordinance 26-2020 to third and final reading by title only. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Online?
Yep.
None opposed?
Ordinance number 26, 2020, an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of grants from various sources due to emergency circumstances.
All right, will the clerk please call the roll?
Doug Goss.
Aye.
Kelly Cruz Nicholson. Will Engel. Jeff Kappa.
Abstains.
Oh, that's right. So sorry. Jeff Locke.
Aye.
Gary Turner.
Aye.
Jane Buffalo. Larry Parker.
Aye.
Ron Oler.
Aye.
8 are in favor.
Ordinance. Yeah, ordinance passes. Thank you.
Ordinance number 27, 2020, an appropriation ordinance authorizing the submittal, acceptance, and appropriation of a grant from the United States Federal Aviation Administration.
This is for the airport, for the FAA, online attendee, Greg Steens. Should be unmuted now on the line. Are you there, Greg?
which we are hiring public firm in secret to do that work. The cost of the dollars. You might know too that there is no local state match required for this grant because funding was made available through the CARES Act to the federal government to pay 100% of the cost of this project. We plan on submitting the grant at the May 14th Board of Aviation meeting. Does anyone have any questions?
So this then is, so great, this can't be referred to the finance committee for due diligence, it doesn't have to be submitted right away, correct? It can come up at our next meeting, correct, first meeting in May?
I don't think they heard you.
So Greg, this can come back to our next meeting, we don't have to vote on this tonight, correct? Okay, very good. Very good, we'll refer this to the finance committee, thanks.
Second reading, ordinance number 24, 2020, an appropriation ordinance amending ordinance number 41, 2019, known as the 2020 salary ordinance.
The finance committee met on this earlier, we'll table this for now, correct, Mayor?
Correct.
And the mayor, met with the mayor, so we'll hold on to 24, 2020 for now.
Ordinance number 25, 2020, an appropriation ordinance amending the 2020 budget.
This is for the fire department, it was sent to the finance committee. Mr. Locke, you're in the audience back there.
You want to hear from the chief first?
Chief, or you will need mayor's computer so they can hear you on Zoom.
I can bring it up there too.
Thanks, Mayor.
My speech is going to be short.
Well, and Chief too.
Finance Committee did meet earlier in regards to this ordinance, and we recommend approval. If anybody has any questions, Chief Purcell is in the audience and can answer them.
Do you want to say anything to this, Chief Purcell? Good to see you back. He's coming up to the computer there for you, for everybody on Zoom.
Very good.
Might adjust the camera back a little bit so we can, you have a nice necktie, we'd like to see your face.
Very good. This ordinance reappropriates funds from last year for 3 different projects. One would be purchase of a new engine for Engine 3, $250,000. Station 3's remodel, which is $325,000, and $250,000 additional monies to go toward our training facility that is in this year's budget. We turned in around $1.2 million last year from these projects, and we have scaled down the training facility slightly, and the Station 3 bid came in a bit lower than we were originally expecting in the budget. So therefore, the monies that we're reappropriating from last year are actually less than were in the budget in last year's budget. And that money did revert back into the first response fund.
So this year, requesting $825,000.
Correct.
We transferred from first response to capital improvements and vehicles.
Yes.
First response fund. Instead of 1.26 million, so waiting to your help. Any questions for the chief? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This is on public comment. There's no one in the audience physically here to speak to this from the public that I'm aware of, unless the news reporters want to say something. The attendees online are still only one. He's already reported on the other, there's 15, so no public is online, you can see.
Was there a finance committee report?
Yes, so that was basically Jeff Locke's finance committee.
Oh.
You gave
Okay.
it already.
Kind of first.
There was, they're going.
Move for engrossment.
Second.
So a motion and a second to engross ordinance 25, 2020. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance is engrossed. Thank you.
Mr. President, I move that we suspend the rules and advance ordinance 24, 2020 to third and final reading, read by title only.
25.
25.
Second.
So a motion and a second to suspend the rules and advance ordinance 25, 2020 to third reading by title only. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Ordinance number 25, 2020, an appropriation ordinance amending the 2020 budget.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Doug Goff.
Aye.
Kelly Cruz Nicholson. Bill Engel. Jeff Campbell.
Aye.
Jeff Locke.
Aye.
Gary Turner.
Aye.
Jane Bungalow. Okay. Larry Parker.
Aye.
And Ron Miller.
Aye.
9 in favor.
Thank you. We have no other ordinances, no ordinances on third reading, no other business to present tonight. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second. A motion and a second to adjourn, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Adjourn. Thank you.
And you